Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. And this movie came out in 2022, and it is directed by Joel Crawford, if I pronounced that correctly, who I'm not very familiar with. And it's a spin-off to the Shrek movies, and it's the second Puss in Boots movie. I never saw the first one. And the reason I skipped it is because I heard this one was good, so I just went on to this one immediately. And it was also easier to access. It was just on Netflix, so I was like, well, it's already on Netflix, and I might as well watch it before it leaves. And I saw it, and I really loved this movie, and it's pretty much what I wanted the bad guys to be, like kind of a similar animation style, but also its own thing. It's very reminiscent from what I hear Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse's animation style. And the animation is definitely a standout element to this movie. And I really love what they do when characters are moving, like depending on what's going on, like it'll look like a traditional CG animation movie or like something almost cartoonish, like comic book type thing, like a character is moving and there's like less frames. And I thought that looked pretty cool. And there's just a lot of stuff like that going on in this movie. And the action sequences were awesome, and there was so much energy to them, especially the opening action scene. It was like so much fun. And that might be one of my favorite action scenes in any animated movie ever. Like, that scene was awesome. The comedy in this movie I thought was handled pretty well, and I was laughing quite a bit. And it's taking place in the Shrek universe, and in the Shrek movies, there's always a bit of edginess to them. And this movie's no exception. There's some edginess in this movie, and that stuff I really liked and how they handled that. This is also a movie that has multiple villains in it, but they never take away from the movie. It doesn't feel like there's too many characters in this movie. They all feel like they have a purpose, and they're all characters that need to be there and are necessary, and they do add to the overall experience. And I really enjoyed their inclusion. The voice acting I thought was great, and I haven't really talked much about Antonio Banderas. I thought he was always great as Puss in Boots, and in this movie, you can tell like he's a bit older, but I do think that adds to the character of Puss in Boots. Like a lot of time has passed, and I believe the first Puss in Boots came out in 2011, and this is 11 years later. Like a lot of time has passed, and I do think that was a clever choice to like make the character feel seasoned, to like just through his voice, and that was one thing that I really liked about it. Yeah, lots of great performances and really fun characters on top of that. Like I really enjoyed the characters and where they go, and I also like the usage of panic attacks in this movie. I thought that they were handled very well and were appropriately used. And there are some points in this movie where it can get a little scary for kids, but not to the point where I think it's unintentionally scary or going too far. I do think it's like a good balance that like is not too much for kids, but also feels like it's appropriate for the film, and it never goes too far, in my opinion. I mean, depending on what you grow up on. Like, I was someone who grew up on movies like Jaws or The Terminator, Spider-Man, stuff like that. And there's just a lot that I love about this movie. So definitely check this movie out. I had a great experience with it. So much fun. I'll check out the first Puss in Boots at some point, but I heard that this was the better one to check out, and that's why I went straight into this movie. And I'll definitely be buying this movie on 4K because I would love to revisit this movie, and I would also love to show it to other people. So check this movie out whenever you get the chance. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Puss in Boots: The Last Wish a 9 out of 10. Originally, when I first finished the movie, I was like, okay, that's probably going to be an 8 out of 10 movie. Like, that's what I'm going to be sticking with. But to be honest, the more I thought about the movie and just my overall personal enjoyment of the film and how much it affected me, I was about to say infected, but affected me. The animation style and all the technical elements that I really enjoyed about it, it really stuck with me. So 9 out of 10, I feel, is what it deserves. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.